Hi everyone. Hey guys, how's it going, man? How are you doing? Men and women, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So boy Denzo Moz. Yeah, glorious day, beautiful sunny day. Today I just wanted to talk about some I think it's one of the common subjects I've been talking about for last couple of months. I've been usually talking about relationships, and I've been usually talking about breakups and all these kind of things, and so I've been covering a lot of different subjects, and sometimes I've been talking about the law of attraction. Now I just wanted to say something very quickly because for a number of times I've been couple of my people, my friends on the pages, Facebook and YouTube, have been getting back to me and complaining about breakups and trying to tell me to talk about breakups and all these kind of things, and I've always tried to do my best to make a video, drop 1 or 2 points out there. So then recently I just thought that I would like to talk about something actually, something quite very important that actually people don't tend to something that people tend to ignore. You know what I mean? So first of all, we need to understand that these breakups, most of the times, people are going into relationships for unobvious reasons. I mean, for their own selfish reasons, most of the cases. Maybe not all, of course, but some people who end up in these kind of tragedies and these kind of relationships, they are getting into these relationships for unobvious reasons. You know what I mean? So I want to talk about something about the very beginning, because of course, before there's a breakup, there has got to be a relationship. So there's somehow there's a beginning. You know what I mean? So the beginning of everything. So, and then I just wanted to make something to point out 1 or 2 things. First of all, we need to understand something. When somebody is going into a relationship, when somebody is going to find love, or somebody is looking for a partner, there is something that people tend to skip at the very beginning. Because first of all, when you're going to find a partner in the very beginning, the first thing you're supposed to do, you're supposed to answer yourself the question, what am I looking for? Who are you exactly looking for? You know what I mean? So when you ask yourself that question now, the next thing you're going to do is that you're going to just go in the bathroom, look in front of the mirror, or even your bedroom, and stand in front of the mirror and look at the person in front of you. And the answer is going to be very obvious. The very first person you're looking for is the person in front of you, the person on the other side of the mirror, who is you, who happens to be you. You know what I mean, for this matter. So what I mean is, before anyone goes out, I would just recommend that before someone starts all these things of looking for partners, trying to look for a relationship, trying to look for a boyfriend, trying to look for a girlfriend, they're supposed to wake up, go and stand in front of the mirror, and look at the person in front of the mirror. And whoever they are going to see standing in front of them is the actual person they're looking for. So which means that, psychologically, it means that you are the only person you're looking for. You are the actual person you're looking for. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that, first of all, before going out there and looking for love, first of all, there is something what they call self-love. So you're supposed to learn how to love yourself first and how to put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first, there is no way you're going to meet a partner who is going to put you before his needs. You know what I mean? So what do I mean? You're supposed to discover yourself. You're supposed to know who you are. You're supposed to know what do you want. You're supposed to know what makes you happy. You're supposed to ask yourself all these kind of things. And then at the end of the day, what you're going to do, you're going to start doing what they call self-love. You're going to start practicing self-love. So you're going to learn how to love yourself first. Because there's no happiness out there. You know what I mean? There's no happiness out there. There's no happiness out there when you do not know how to be happy within yourself and how to be happy, how to make yourself happy. You cannot go out there looking for happiness when you do not know how to make yourself happy. So what do I mean by that again? For example, you need flowers. So just get out in the shop, buy yourself a bunch of roses, buy yourself a bunch of flowers. You know what I mean? You need a perfume. Go out there, buy yourself a perfume. You need to have a nice meal. You need to have a good meal. You do not expect, or you do not need somebody else to go and buy the meal for you. You know what I mean? So you can always go out there and take yourself out. So by doing these kind of things, showing yourself love and affection, that means that you're actually going to be able to attract that person who is vibrating in your own frequency. You know what I mean? So that is the secret. So even before someone thinks about is going to jump out, is going to go out there, he's going to look for a boyfriend, he's going to look for a girlfriend. Sometimes they are everywhere, he's going to the club because there are some nice guys there. You're going to find a guy who is not in your frequency, because you're going to find a guy that you even know nothing about. You know what I mean? You're just going to find a guy, or you're going to find a woman you don't know. And then at the end of the day, you do not know nothing about them. You know what I mean? You do not know nothing about them. You do not know their history. You don't know their personalities. You don't know their habits. You don't know their inside out. So you do not know nothing about them. So you end up falling and starting relationships with people that actually know nothing about, which means that you did not take the time to understand your own frequency. What do I mean? The things you like, the things what make you happy, the things what make you satisfied, what makes you fulfilled, what keeps you alive, what keeps you full. Do you love flowers? Love yourself. Go out to the shops, buy yourself flowers. Do you love perfumes? Go to the shops, buy yourself a very beautiful perfume. You know what I mean? You need a beautiful car. Go to the car dealers and buy yourself a beautiful car. You know what I mean? So then, in that case, you are learning how to love yourself, and that means that you're actually practicing how to live in your own means. How to live in your own means and how to vibrate at your own frequency. So instead of jumping out, and going out there, because some of the girls, they are like, oh, I need a sugar daddy, I need a sugar daddy, I need a sugar mommy. Some of the guys, they'll be like, they need a sugar mommy. But at the end of the day, the sugar mommy, the reason why they call them sugar mommy is because they have got the honey. They are the guys with the honey, so they have got a big wallet, they have got the money, they have got everything. They have a lot of wealth, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to vibrate, you know what I mean? You're not going to be able to vibrate at that frequency that you really like, because you're going to meet a guy who is not vibrating at your frequency. You're going to meet a guy who is extremely wealthy and is never going to appreciate you and respect you. The only thing they are going to do, you meet with them, they are going to go with you and they're going to take advantage of you. They're going to sleep with you. They're going to buy you a few things, a few roses and a few, maybe sometimes they might even buy you a car, or sometimes they can buy you a ticket to go abroad or something like that. But at the end of the day, because you guys, the two of you, you do not have that alignment in your frequencies, so you do not vibrate equally. So they're just going to buy you a few things, use you, get you naked, use you up, just drop you there and move on with their lives. And I've seen a lot of these stories happening everywhere, and at the end of the day, because the fact that you are not able to understand this thing, how it works, and how the whole thing begins, and what actually you are supposed to do even before you start to try to find a partner, what you're supposed to do, because you're not able to understand all these dynamics and all these things at the beginning. That is why most of the people end up with heartbreaks. Because a woman is going out there because he needs a guy with a lot of properties, he needs a guy who drives a Lamborghini, somebody needs a woman who works in the bank, you cannot go out looking for somebody thinking that they're going to make you happy, when yourself, you cannot make yourself happy, and you do not know even the things that actually make you happy. Because sometimes in your mind you can think that, okay, if I date a guy and he's driving a Lamborghini, I'm going to be happy. So he's going to buy me a beautiful car, he's going to take me to luxurious trips, because of course he's rich, right? But at the end of the day, you need to understand that this guy or this woman, they are not vibrating at your frequency. They are vibrating at a very high frequency, and sometimes it's going to be very hard for you to relate with them and to stay with them, because you cannot align with them in so many things and in so many ways. You know what I mean? So happiness is not about money. You know what I mean? Money is just one of those things that we need to cover some areas of our life, but at the end of the day, they do not completely give you happiness, because happiness comes from within. True happiness doesn't come from somebody's wallet. Somebody is not supposed to every time give you flowers, every time give you money, every time make your shopping, every time buy for you with this and buy for you that, take you to luxurious trips abroad. You do not have to find happiness in somebody else when you do not know how to find the happiness within you. So in actual sense, what I'm trying to say is that you are the actual person you're looking for. You're not looking for happiness somewhere else. If you do that mirror technique, get up in the morning and go look in the mirror, you're going to realize that you are actually the person you're looking for. You're not looking for anybody out there. There's nothing out there. The only person you're looking for is the person within you, and is yourself. So simple basic thing is that you're supposed to first of all learn how to love yourself. When you learn how to love yourself and do good things for yourself, go for a gym, go for a jogging, learn how to buy yourself roses, learn how to take yourself out, buy yourself meals, buy yourself a nice dress, do beautiful things for you. That is the way you actually practicing how to learn how to actually love yourself. Because when you learn how to love yourself, automatically, even without you going out there to search for a partner, that guy or that woman is going to somewhere, somehow. Because remember, guys, you do not need to go out there to look for love. Love will always find you. But love has got to find you when you're already aligned with yourself, when you know those things that make you happy and those things that that fulfill you as a person. First of all, you as you, because you are loving yourself. So love eventually is going to align with you. There's no reason why you have to go out there and look for a sugar mommy or a sugar daddy because you need a beautiful car, you need a beautiful house, you need trips abroad, you need a beautiful dress, you need this, you need that. Yes, they're going to buy for you a nice car. They're going to buy for you a nice car. They will buy for you because they have the money. You know, these are guys who are vibrating at a very high frequency. So at the end of the day, they have the money. They have the money to spend. So for him to go around in the shop and spend 100,000 and buy for you a Range Rover, or to go somewhere and spend a couple of thousands and buy for you whatever you need, it is not going to make you happy. You're going to take that Range Rover, you're going to take that car, you're going to drive the car for a few minutes, for a few months, or probably a few years. At the end of the day, that guy is still going to dump you somewhere and he's going to carry on with his life because he's already noticed and he already knows that you two, the two of you, do not align with the same vibrational frequency. He's a very rich guy and you're nothing, and you're nobody. And yet the whole thing is very simple. When you learn how to love yourself, when you learn how to appreciate yourself, when you learn how to practice what they call self-love, that is the only way you're able to go out there and meet a person who is going to align with you in your own vibrational frequency. You do not need somebody to boost your frequency. Okay, because I'm a rich guy, so I will date a woman and I'm going to buy for a lot of things. So that money or whatever they have with themselves, the properties, everything is theirs. There's nothing in your name. There is nothing in your name. Even if they decide that they are going to marry you, they will marry you and they will be with you for a couple of years, 1 or 2 years. But at the end of the day, because there's something what they call, guys, I want to explain to you something what they call frequency. When you're not aligned at the same frequency, you are not going to match and you're always going to be struggling in the relationship, because the very beginning and the very basic thing, reason why you guys met each other was not authentic. So it was not the obvious reasons that you should be with that guy or that woman out there. You know what I mean? So some of these things are very simple. When you want to find love out there, the first love you need to find is the love within you. It's not the love out there. It's first of all the love within you. When you know how to love yourself, it is the easiest and only way you're going to go out there and you're going to be able to meet a person, that guy you've been looking for, because you have already seen the guy in the mirror in front of you that you're looking for. You've learned how to love that person who is yourself. You've learned how to align yourself. You've learned how to express your own happiness. First of all, the happiness within you. Then when you go out there, one way or the other, somebody who matches your frequency, they are going to meet you on the way. And when they meet you on the way, those are the people you've heard that they're soulmates. Because normally soulmates are not this kind of soulmates and twin flames and whatever it is. Usually they tend to align in frequency, in terms of frequency. They tend to align from within. They tend to align. You will find that some of the things you do, there are some of the things they do. You know what I mean? You like this perfume, they like that perfume. Maybe sometimes the things are a little bit different, but most of the time the things, you have got similar interests because the two of you are aligned. And those are some of the relationships we've seen, most of the cases that are actually sometimes even lasting forever. Because this kind of relationship that are even sometimes causing these heartbreaks. People are getting heartbreaks all the time, and people are always crying, and people it's too hard to let go. I've been heartbroken, I've been this, I've been that. Of course, I cannot blame somebody for getting into those kind of relationships. I cannot blame. Sometimes some of those things can happen. But at the end of the day, when you know the obvious reasons that you're actually meeting somebody and you're going out with somebody, you've decided to be with somebody in a full-time committed relationship, when you know the basic things, the obvious reasons that got you guys together, that's when actually you will know whether this relationship is going to work or not. You know what I mean? So beautiful empaths, I don't really like to make long videos because I was just out here, so I thought that I'd just drop this subject out there, because a lot of people have been getting back to me about this issue, and I thought that maybe I would just give it some bit of a light. And I think I will just leave it there for now. But well, guys, I hope you've learned something. Be sure to drop a comment down below and keep following me and keep liking me, and God bless you all. Love you all. Peace out.